going on today? This is David again. Coming to bring you another video. Excuse me. Anyway, fear the Lord, man. For all you brothers and sisters out there, you so-called blacks, native Indians, descent, Mexicans, Hispanics, native indigenous Indian descent, Negro descent. You're the real children of Israel. Your life is the fear of the Lord. If you know this truth, don't be discouraged by your family and friends, people you know, acquaintances, co-workers. They're all going to not believe in you. They're not going to believe it. They're going to make mockery of you. The people that used to be, close to you will vacate the premise because the Lord is removing them from your life because they are in error. Okay? They love ignorance. They love folly. They love walking blind. And even those who claim to believe in their God, who they deem as Jesus, they don't study the word. They don't set it on their heart. So the Lord has led them for a stumbling block for destruction. The Gentiles, same attribute. If you come to Christ, you hearken to an Israelite who he has woke up, you're going to endure some serious hardships. Okay? You're going to have to separate yourself from your family, friends, and you turn away from pagan holidays, birthdays, Christmases. You're going to be turning away from these things, and these people are going to, you're going to have to make a strong choice in the end. Now to the end, excuse me. You're going to endure, okay? If you're a husband, wife, endure together, study the scriptures. If your heart's really set on it, mother, daughter, father, son, same situation. You're in this ride together alone. And if you're just sort of by yourself, keep studying. The Lord will lead you to a great man or, someone who fears the Lord like you. But fear the Lord. Peace, tranquility, harmony in the earth is going to come through the fear of the Lord. Wisdom comes through the fear of the Lord. And it protects you from wrath. Okay? As you see with Israel, a lot of our people are being judged. I don't have to go too far into that. I mean, if you can't see it now, I would say you're pretty much blind. You're still sleepwalking. They have no faith. So the Lord, what he says in Hosea, as a leper, I will observe them. There's going to be the wrath of a lion on them. Young kids, athletes, entertainers, you're just living abominably out here. You're breaking the ordinance of the Lord. Israel being in the land of Israel is just as important as the sun shining on the earth. It's like someone took the sun and tried to hide it and then called it black, right? What would happen to the earth if there was no sun? It would wither, right? So if Israel's not at home, it withers, and that's what you're seeing in the world today. You got the Gentiles, the greedy, evil kings, robbing and stealing, oppressing. You're buying $10 cases of water, bottles. You can't fish. The food is all messed up. Satan's ruling the earth. Israel's not home, and Israel's not inflicting righteousness on the earth because that's our job. Because we have lost the sword, but the Lord's going to give it back to us. That's another video. Fear the Lord God, man. Keep in prayer. Fast. Everything is going to be all right. You're going to watch a lot of things happen, though. Let's get it. Let's give all praise to Most High God, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and all praise to you lost sheep of the house of Israel and the Gentiles who fear God. I'm still working on my video for the Gentiles. It's going to be like a 3 to 4 part series. I'm going to fully break it down. It's going to be from the beginning. We're going to talk about Cornelius. We're going to talk about a lot of different things written by the prophets. Anyone that's telling you that all men cannot be saved is a lying devil. Period. And the Lord is not dealing with him because that's not biblically based. There's an order. I'm also working on a video of Christ being the fulfilling of the law. Again, sorry for me taking so long. Let me get into this. King David feared the Lord God and Yahushua, and he knew the testimonies spoken from the beginning. That'll be brought up in another video. But let's get into it. The book of Psalms, chapter 34, verses 1 through 22. I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. My soul shall make her boast in the Lord. The humble shall hear thereof and be glad. O magnify the Lord with me, and let us exalt his name together, Yahweh. I sought the Lord, and he heard me, and delivered me from all my fears. They looked unto him, and were lightened, and their faces were not ashamed. That's right. This poor man cried, and Yahweh heard him, and saved him out of all his troubles. The angel of the Lord encampeth around about them that fear him, and delivereth them. O taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man that trusteth in him. O fear the Lord, ye his saints, for there is no want to them that fear him. The young lions do lack and suffer hunger, but they that seek the Lord shall not want any good thing. Come, ye children, hearken unto me. I will teach you the fear of the Lord. What man is he that desireth life, and loveth many days, that he may see good? Desireth life, because the fear of the Lord is wisdom and life. Keep thy tongue from evil, and thy lips from speaking guile. Depart from evil, and do good. Seek peace, and pursue it. The eyes of the Lord are upon the righteous, and his ears are open unto their cry. The face of the Lord is against them that do evil, to cut off the remembrance of them from the earth. The righteous cry, and the Lord heareth, and delivereth them out of all their troubles. The Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. That's right. Contrite, singleness of heart, the single eye. That's right. Many are the afflictions of the righteous. That's right. When you're the righteous, you go through many afflictions. That's right. But the Lord delivereth him out of them all. He keepeth all his bones, and not one of them is broken. Evil shall slay the wicked, and they that hate the righteous shall be desolate. That's right. All those around you that hate you for your righteousness, they shall be desolate. That's right. The Lord redeemeth the soul of his servants, and none of them that trust in him shall be desolate. That's right. Put your trust in the most high power, Yahweh, and our King, Yahushua. That's right. Let's keep going. Ecclesiastes, SIRACH, chapter 1, verses 1 through 30. This is a very good chapter. Very good. There's a lot of little secrets in here. The prologue of the wisdom of Yahushua, the son of Sirach, whereas many and great things have been delivered unto us by the law and the prophets, and by others that have followed their steps, for the which things Israel ought to be commended for learning and wisdom. That's right. You need to know an Israelite for learning and wisdom, and whereof not only the readers must needs become skillful themselves, you need to do it, but also that they may desire to learn that but also they that desire to learn be able to profit from which are without, both by speaking and writing. My grandfather Yahushua, when he had given himself to the reading of the law, that's right, given himself to understand the law, putting the world down and just studying, that's right, and the prophets and other books of our fathers, that's right, other books, let's read, and had gotten therein good judgment, was drawn also himself to write something pertaining to learning and wisdom, to the intent that those which are desirous to learn and are addicted to these things, that's right, you get addicted to these scriptures if the Lord is dealing with you. Got to read it. Got to learn more. Might profit much more in living according to the law, Wherefore let me entreat you to read it with favor and attention, and to pardon us, wherein we may seem to come short of some words which we have labored to interpret. For the same things uttered in Hebrew and translated into another tongue have not the same force in them, right? Because a lot of things are sort of dumbed down. That's right. And not only these things, but the law itself and the prophets and the rest of the books have no small difference when they are spoken in their own language. For in the 38th year coming into Egypt, when Eugrades was king, and continuing there some time, I found a book of no small learning. Found a book. Let's read. Therefore I thought it most necessary for me to bestow some diligence and travail to interpret. Takes time, using great watchfulness and skill in that space to bring the book to an end, and set it forth to them also, which in a strange country are willing to learn, just like today, being prepared before in manners to live after the law. All wisdom cometh from the Lord, and is with him forever. That's right. Who can number the sand of the sea, and the drops of rain, and the days of eternity? Who can find out the height of heaven, and the breadth of the earth, and the deep, and wisdom? Wisdom hath been created before all things, and the understanding of prudence from everlasting. The word of God Most High is the fountain of wisdom, and her ways are everlasting commandments. To whom hath the root of wisdom been revealed, or who hath known her wise counsels? Unto whom hath the knowledge of wisdom been made manifest, and who hath understood her great experience? There is one wise and greatly to be feared, the Lord, sitting upon his throne, Yahweh. He created her, and saw her, and numbered her, and poured her out upon all his works, the Spirit. She was with all flesh according to his gift, and he hath given her to them that love him a certain amount. The fear of the Lord is honor, and glory, and gladness, and a crown of rejoicing. The fear of the Lord maketh a merry heart, and giveth joy and gladness, and a long life. Whoso feareth the Lord, it shall go well with him at the last, and he shall find favor in the days of his death. To fear the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and it was created with the faithful in the womb. The faithful, faith is a gift. Not all man fears the Lord. She hath built an everlasting foundation with men, and she shall continue with their seed. That's right, men, Israel, the line of man. Everlasting foundation. It never goes away. To fear the Lord is fullness of wisdom, and filleth men with her fruits. She filleth all their house with things desirable, and the garners with her increase. The fear of the Lord is a crown of wisdom, making peace and perfect health to flourish, both which are the gifts of God. And it enlarges their rejoicing that love him. Wisdom raineth down skill and knowledge of understanding, and exalteth them to honor that hold her fast. That's right, you get your knowledge from the Lord, not men, not your educational departments. That's right. You all have a talent. Fear the Lord and seek him, and he'll reveal it to you. The root of wisdom is to fear the Lord, and the branches thereof are long life. The fear of the Lord driveth away sins, and where it is present, it turneth away wrath. Right. You fear the Lord, you keep his commandments, the wrath gets turned away from you. You see a lot of our people, they don't fear the Lord nor keep his commandments. So wrath is falling upon them, and the Gentiles in these schools, and random shootings and random stabbings happening everywhere. You don't fear God. You're out of order. You're set for the judgment written. Let's read. A furious man cannot be justified, for the sway of his fury shall be his destruction. A patient man will tear for a time, and afterward joy shall spring up unto him. He will hide his words for a time, and the lips of many shall declare his wisdom. The parables of knowledge are in the treasures of wisdom, but godliness is an abomination to a sinner. That's right. You're an abomination to all the people around you, because they're sinners. They don't fear the Lord God. Remove yourself from them before wrath comes. Those who are caught with shall be thrust through. If thou desire wisdom, Keep the commandments. That's right. You men of Israel. And the Lord shall give her unto thee. For the fear of the Lord is wisdom and instruction, and faith and meekness are his delight. Distrust not the fear of the Lord when thou art poor, and come not unto him with a double heart. Be not an hypocrite in the sight of men, and take good heed what thou speakest. Exalt not thyself, lest thou fall, and bring dishonor upon thy soul. And so God discover thy secrets, and cast thee down in the midst of the congregation, because thou camest not in truth to the fear of the Lord, but thy heart is full of deceit. That's right. Ecclesiastes, SIRACH, chapter 2. That's right. Don't be double-hearted in this truth. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright, and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him, and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. That's right. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good, and for everlasting joy and mercy. Look at the generations of old, and see, did ever any trust in the Lord, and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear, and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering, and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins, and saveth in time of affliction. Woe be to fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth two ways, double-hearted. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended. Woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you? They that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways. They that fear the Lord will seek that which is well, pleasing unto him, and they that love him shall be filled with the law. They that fear the Lord will prepare their hearts, and humble their souls in his sight, saying, we will fall into the hands of the Lord, and not into the hands of men. For as his majesty is, so is his mercy. That's right. Ecclesiastes 19, Sirach, verses 18 through 24. Fear the Lord. Don't be double-hearted. Just keep a single eye. Don't listen to those who don't fear, whose mouth is utter wickedness. They say their throat is a sepulchre. I think that's Psalms 5. That's right. The fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of him, and wisdom obtaineth his love. That's right. The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life, and they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality. The fear of the Lord is all wisdom, and in all wisdom is the performance of the law, and the knowledge of his omnipotency. That's right. You understand the Spirit, and the Spirit is everywhere. The Lord rules all things. No man on this earth is doing anything that the Lord doesn't have rule over the monarchy. Right? The Lord rules everything. If a man's trying to be deceptive and hide, if a man's trying to be upright, the Lord rules everything. The Spirit, not men. Let's read. If a servant say to his master, I will not do as it pleaseth thee, though afterward he do it, he angereth him that nourisheth him. The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, neither at any time the counsel of sinners, prudence. Don't take the counsel from a sinner. Why listen to them? They're the walking dead. There is a wickedness, and the same an abomination, and there is a fool wanting in wisdom. He that hath small understanding and feareth God is better than one that hath much wisdom and transgresseth the law of the Most High. That's right. So your doctor who's, you know, Transgressing the law is nothing to the Lord. But you might be a poor man, you might know a few precepts and you hold on to them. You mean a lot to the Lord because you have faith. Ecclesiastes 34:13 through 17, SIRACH. The spirit of those that fear the Lord shall live, for their hope is in him that saveth them. Whoso feareth the Lord shall not fear nor be afraid, for he is his hope. Blessed is the soul of him that feareth the Lord. To whom do he look, and who is his strength? Right. He doesn't. You're not looking to men for strength. You're looking for the Spirit of the Lord to give you strength. For the eyes of the Lord are upon him, upon them that love him. He is their mighty protection and strong stay, a defense from heat and a cover from the sun at noon, a preservation from stumbling and an help from falling. He raises up the soul and lighteneth the eyes. He giveth health, life, and blessing. That's right. Fear the Lord. Book of Ecclesiastes, Sirach, chapter 40, verses 1 through 26. Great travail is created for every man, and an heavy yoke is upon the sons of Adam, you Israelites, from the day that they go out of their mother's womb till the day that they return to the mother of all things. That's right. Their imagination of things to come and the day of death trouble their thoughts and cause fear of heart. From him that sitteth on a throne of glory unto him that is humbled in earth and ashes, from him that weareth purple in a crown, and unto him that is clothed with a linen frock. Wrath and envy, trouble and unquietness, fear of death, and anger and strife, and in the time of rest, upon his bed his night's sleep do change his knowledge. A little or nothing is his rest, and afterward he is in his sleep, as in a day of keeping watch, troubled in the vision of his heart, as if he were escaped out of battle. That's right. When all is safe, he awaketh, and marveleth that the fear was nothing. Such things happen unto all flesh, both man and beast, and that is sevenfold more upon the sinners. That's right. Death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities, famine, tribulation, and the scourge. These things are created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood. That's right. All things that are of the earth shall turn to the earth again, and that which is of the waters do return to the sea. All bribery and injustice shall be blotted out, and true dealing shall endure forever. The goods of the unjust shall be dried up like a river, and shall vanish with noise, like a great thunder and rain. While he openeth his hand, he shall rejoice, so shall transgressors come to naught. He rejoices at destructing the transgressors and sinners. The children of the ungodly shall not bring forth many branches, but are as unclean roots upon a hard rock. The weed growing upon every watering bank of a river shall be pulled up before all grass. Bountifulness is the most of a fruitful garden, and mercifulness endureth forever. To labor and to be content with that a man hath is a sweet life, but he that findeth a treasure is above them both. That's right. What's that treasure you got to find? That's right. That's right. You find the secrets of the word. He scattered them. That's right. Children in the building of a city continue a man's name, but a blameless wife is counted above them both. Wine and music rejoice the heart, but the love of wisdom is above them both. That's right. You don't have to have anything on this earth. If you got this knowledge, wisdom, understanding, when you go away, it's above all those things, because it's all that matters. The pipe and the psaltery make sweet melody, but a pleasant tongue is above them both. That's right. Speaking the words of the Lord. Thine eye desireth favor and beauty, but more than both corn while it is green. A friend and companion never meet amiss, but above both is a wife with her husband. That's right. Brethren and help are against time of trouble, but alms shall deliver more than them both. Gold and silver make the foot stand sure, but counsel is esteemed above them both. Riches and strength lift up the heart, but the fear of the Lord is above them both. There is no want in the fear of the Lord, and it needeth not to seek help. That's right. You don't believe in men. The Lord guides you in your entire path. That's right. By searching his word out, he's guiding you. But if men are doing it, you don't fear the Lord. You don't believe in his omnipotency. Fear the Lord. It is life. All praise the Most High God, Yahweh, the ineffable Almighty, and all praise to the King to come, Yahweh Shai. You lost sheep of the house of Israel, and you Gentiles who fear God. Let me teach you the fear of the Lord. That's right.